When were Nordic mythology stories first recorded in written form? Have you ever wondered when the fascinating tales of Nordic mythology were first captured in writing? The stories that have enchanted many for centuries were primarily recorded during the 13th century. The two key texts that hold these ancient tales are the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda. The Poetic Edda is a collection of Old Norse poems that was compiled anonymously around the year 1220. This collection is crucial because it preserves many of the myths and legends that were passed down orally for generations. The Prose Edda, on the other hand, was written by the Icelandic scholar Snorri Sturluson around the year 1270. Both of these texts were created in Iceland, where the oral traditions of the pre-Christian Scandinavian peoples had been carefully maintained. Before these stories were written down, they were shared orally among the Scandinavian peoples, including those in present-day Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Iceland. The myths were part of the indigenous pre-Christian religion and were widely known across the region. The oral tradition included not just stories, but also poems and Skaldic poetry. This poetry often used complex forms such as kennings, which are metaphorical expressions, and alliteration, which is the repetition of sounds. It's also important to note that the earliest written accounts of Norse mythology come from a time when Christianity was spreading in the region. This means that the stories might have been influenced by Christian beliefs. Despite this, the Poetic Edda and Prose Edda remains the most comprehensive records of Norse myths available today. Archaeological finds, such as artifacts from the Viking Age and picture stones, provide indirect evidence of these beliefs. However, they do not contain written narratives like the Edda texts. For those interested in Scandinavian culture, these 13th century manuscripts are vital. They preserve the rich mythological heritage of the Nordic peoples at a time when old pagan beliefs were fading due to the rise of Christianity. These texts serve as a foundation for understanding the gods, cosmology, and heroic legends that shaped early Scandinavian culture and identity. In summary, the stories of Nordic mythology were first recorded in written form in the 13th century, mainly in Iceland, through the Poetic Edda and Prose Edda. These texts captured the oral traditions of the Viking Age and earlier Scandinavian pagan beliefs, making them key sources for studying Norse mythology today.